Inbreeding. Some call it incest. Stay tuned. God bless you, friends. Thank you for joining me on Morning Nuggets. This is yours truly, Pastor Nate, and it is my pleasure when I can come and speak with you. I pray that you had a great weekend. Listen, this is a new month. It is in the month of May, and everyone who has a birthday or born day in May, Pastor Nate wants to extend to you a happy birthday. You ought to give God some glory right now for letting you see another year. Inbreeding. This is a very unique and taboo subject, but it exists. It exists in our world. We don't talk about it too much. It exists in our families. Inbreeding is when two closely related organisms, I know that sounds like biology, or I should say two closely related people, like brother, sister, mom, brother, dad, daughter. I know it sounds a little bit weird, but that actually goes on in our world. It's not as popular as other subjects, but it does happen. And when these people get together and produce an offspring, that's considered inbreeding. I know in the snake world, they call it line breeding. A lot of it goes on in our plant world, in our animal world, just to get certain types to produce. Speaking from a human standpoint, there are some genetic consequences behind inbreeding. There are some health issues, mental issues, and the list just goes on. When I was doing research, African Americans have the highest rate when it comes down to inbreeding. Why is that, Pastor Nate? That's because of slavery. We couldn't trace our ancestors. And the state of West Virginia is the highest state regarding inbreeding. West Virginia is a very rural, poor, small area. Everybody's basically related, which brings me to my next point. There's a popular family on social media called the Whitakers, and it's known that they're an inbred family. Very nice people, and it's not to make fun of them because they didn't ask to be here. They were here by way of inbreeding. Inbreeding didn't just start. It went way back in the Bible days. In fact, it was allowed in certain instances, especially pre-law, when God would say, be fruitful and multiply. And that was the purpose of maybe relatives getting together so that the world or the earth can be populated. At that time, I don't think it was incest or inbreeding. I don't even know if those were words back then, but it was for the purpose of replenishing the earth and multiplying. You hear God saying on a few occasions, be fruitful and multiply, replenish the earth. But during the Mosaic law, it was forbidding. In fact, there's an example in Leviticus 20:14, they shall be burned in the fire. Wow. What a cruel punishment. So it was forbidding during the law. Nowadays, I think people say if it's my third cousin, it's okay. But listen, I'm from a small town, and I don't think I want to marry anyone from that small town because I might be related. You know, everybody's related to everybody in the small town. Hey, cuz, that's my cousin. So if you want to marry somebody, get away and marry somebody from another state or somewhere distant. But try to do your research on the family tree even before you do that too. Some people even marry their childhood best friends, even though they're not related, but that would seem weird because that's like a brother or a sister, right? You were raised up with them. The only difference is there's no blood. I guess it's okay if you want to do that. Let me know what you think about inbreeding. Maybe some of you know someone who are in this situation. Maybe this situation happened in your family. Y'all know way back in the day, it was hush hush. It wasn't really talked about, but you know, an uncle or a cousin got together and, yeah, come on, somebody. Leave your comments and your thoughts. Thank you for joining me this morning. If you like what you heard, please don't forget to smash that subscribe button. I'd be glad to have you part of the Smart family. In the meantime and in between time, be at peace and not in pieces. Till next time, my friend.